Stand by to see cars at more than 210 miles an hour blasting their way down the strip. F1 has taken over. It's F1 free.
Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F1 24 career mode. And before we go any further, I must apologise for a big mistake I made in the commentary of the Portuguese Grand Prix. I said there were 3 races to go, including that one at Qatar would be the following race. It is not. This is the following race. This is round 22. There are 3 to go, including this race. Qatar and Abu Dhabi follow Vegas. So I do apologise for the mistake, and I thank all the eagle-eyed viewers who have helped me with that one. Right, let's get back into this then. If you haven't seen the last one from Portimao, despite the mistakes, do be sure to check that one out before you see this one. And if you have missed a couple, you can catch up using my playlist F1 24 career mode. So here we are, Q1 for Las Vegas. Alonso tops the timesheets, but by very, very little. It's very close between Aston and Ferrari going into the first part of qualifying. Here we are in the second part, heading for the strip. I'm hoping that we can set it up here, have a great race, and seal the championship in Qatar. That bit was not a mistake in saying I do still believe that we can set this up to clinch it at Qatar, but we need 2 solid races and of course a good sprint in Qatar. But that's to worry about next time. Let's worry about Vegas first as we power down the strip, jam on the brakes, click that left apex, click the right one. Now it's onto the straight before the left kink. That's the start finish straight, which isn't really a straight. Here we go, into the left. What's it gonna be? It's P2 again, but this time it's second to Leclerc. So Charles Leclerc setting an absolute beast of a time there. Alonso and Stroll staying close behind. But the most crucial part of that is that our closest championship rival, Lando Norris, is out at Q2. So here we are, finishing off our Q3 lap. It wasn't the best lap. There were 1 or 2 small mistakes made, but I'm still confident we can get a good grid spot. Where are we? We are in P5, so it could be better. It could be better, but we're still crucially a few places ahead of Lando Norris, and with a big chance to achieve a big point swing here. I really think this could be a great race. Verstappen, our other closest rival, starting just in front of us, but it's pole position for Charles Leclerc. He was simply untouchable in that session. But who will win out in the Las Vegas Grand Prix?
Welcome along to Las Vegas. It's Viva Las Vegas tonight. I can't wait to see what this place has in store for F1 tonight. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And starting next to them is George Russell. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Sunshine, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ocon, Norris, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Magnussen, Albon, Behrman, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Hülkenberg, Zhou, Théo Pourchaire, Gasly, and Sergio Perez completes our grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
A Grand Prix that could be super critical for the championship, about to get underway. And it's go here in Vegas. Max Verstappen gets a sluggish start. Charles Leclerc takes the lead. Russell's trying to cover us. We're going down the inside and we've got him, haven't we? No, Russell's still on the right. We're on the left. Russell side by side. Round the long right-hander. We've got a bit deep. Oh, we've got way too deep. And Verstappen's forcing us into the wall there. And Verstappen taking P3. Getting very, very feisty as he does so. Tsunoda takes P4. We've got Stroll on our left trying to take 5th, but we're not letting that happen. But Max Verstappen, as we went wide, he just forced us into the wall and bashed into us. I don't know if I've got damage from that, but... oh, cheers for that one, Max. Leclerc leads, Russell 2nd, Verstappen 3rd, Tsunoda 4th, Ware 5th, Alonso 6th, Stroll 7th. It's surprisingly low for the Aston Martins considering how close they were in Q1 and Q2. Here we go, down the strip. Are we able to have a look at Tsunoda? I think Tsunoda is having a look at Verstappen. Verstappen's actually having to cover from the V-carb driver as Tsunoda tries to go around the outside. No way through there. I'm trying to find a way through too, but every pathway blocked as we complete the first lap. Leclerc, Russell, Verstappen, Tsunoda, myself, Alonso, Stroll, your top 7. And Tsunoda tucking right into Verstappen, knowing that DRS is available this lap, so this lap could change the order just a little bit. The top 7 stagnant for now as we head on to the Vegas Strip for the second time. And I love the amount of attention to detail this game has thrown into Vegas. I love it. I genuinely love it. I feel like I'm genuinely driving along the Las Vegas Strip. Here we go, 220 miles an hour. Are we going to be able to have a look at Tsunoda? No, I don't think so. But Tsunoda's still thinking about it on Verstappen, isn't he? And Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the race. I'm surprised that Tsunoda wasn't closer to that time. He's definitely wanting a go at Verstappen though, isn't he? And we're now just settling in. I'm waiting for an opportunity to pass the V-carb RB Visa Cash Up OnlyFans Racing Bulls, whatever you want to call them. And we now head on to the Vegas Strip once again. Powering down. This is where we're really going at some speed. 220 miles an hour, as I said before. And this time we're closer to Tsunoda, but Tsunoda's closer to Verstappen, and he's going to have a look. I did think about trying it on the pair of them, but that never would have worked, and Tsunoda's just going to get backed up here. And again, the way through closed off, but this time I'm closer down this straight. We're going to pull alongside for the little left kink and try and go for it into turn 1. Tsunoda on the right, but he gives way before the braking spot, and we move up into P4, and now we're right behind one of our championship contenders, Max Verstappen, putting him under some pressure now. Verstappen goes to cover. We're going to go to the outside, side by side with the Red Bull. We've already collided once today. Verstappen trying to run me wide. We're sticking it out, and Verstappen just keeps the position for now. And we head on to the strip once again, and this time we blast past the Red Bull and move ourselves up into P3. Meanwhile, there's a battle going on in front. Leclerc doing everything he needs to try and hold off the charge of George Russell, and we're currently sitting in P3. And we have actually got a yellow flag ahead. Who's that going slow? It's Charles Leclerc! Charles Leclerc is in trouble, and our teammate grinding to a halt. Charles Leclerc is going to be out of the Las Vegas Grand Prix at such an early stage as well. That is worrying. The fact that our teammate is already out of the race, that's worrying. If one Ferrari car can go, another one can. We've made a mistake going into the strip. That's going to allow Max Verstappen through. But is he ahead on the DRS detection point? No, we're just ahead. And that's going to give Verstappen a dose of DRS. But I think we're far enough ahead for him not to make a move. Although he is going to try. We're going to cover the inside. Verstappen to the outside. And Verstappen taking the place. I didn't want to fight that one too hard and lose part of the car. But Max Verstappen now up to second. And he's going to start applying some pressure to the race leader, George Russell. The top 5 currently, Russell, Verstappen, myself, Alonso, and Lando Norris from the back, already up into 5th. Norris on a charge here at Las Vegas. And there goes Max Verstappen on George Russell. And that's Max Verstappen getting past George Russell. And you know what? I do not want to wait much longer. I want to get that move done on Russell as soon as possible. Here we go, around the left kink. Russell on the right, we're on the left. I'm going to brake later and secure P2 from George Russell. And now the battle is myself and Verstappen for P1. And I am not going to let this go easy. Russell in third, just staying with me though. And I don't really want Russell getting in the way of this, because if he does get in the way of this, it then becomes more of a fight with Russell than it does Verstappen. And we've actually stayed very close to Verstappen, so our pace round here is looking very promising. I think if we can get ahead of Verstappen, we will clear off into the distance. So that's the aim of the race here, getting past the Red Bull in front of us and then disappearing off into the distance if we can. And if we can take this race win, it'll be a 5th win of the season. Right, here we go, we're having a look at Verstappen. Verstappen covers, but we get past on the strip, blasting past before we even get to the corner. And there is the race lead for us. So we're currently leading this Las Vegas Grand Prix as we now watch what I believe is Lando Norris on Fernando Alonso. And Norris is trying to go round the outside of the Aston Martin. They're going side by side. Has Norris got it? No, Alonso still edging ahead. Still side by side between Norris and Alonso. Still side by side heading into the kink. Norris, Alonso, this is the P4. And neither driver wanting to give up. Norris around the outside, Alonso on the inside. Still side by side heading around the first couple of corners. And Norris just edges ahead, but Alonso is tucking in. He's getting ready for another go. We're riding on board with Lance Stroll, who's going to go to the left and see them both off. Lance Stroll really going for it there. And now he's side by side with Lando Norris. Norris and Stroll going side by side into the sphere section. And Norris just edging his car ahead. Stroll does not want to let this go. And they're still side by side. This has practically been side by side action with Lando Norris and an Aston Martin for a whole lap. And they're still side by side heading to the strip. Lance just edges ahead, but Norris goes round the outside and gets himself up into 4th. Now we're watching on board with Lewis Hamilton as he wants to go. Stroll's going back after Norris. Alonso's going back after Norris. Hamilton's going after Norris. Hamilton's going after Alonso. Hamilton's also going after Stroll. Is he going to see all 3 of them off here? 3 cars into 1. This should not work. This is very tight. And Stroll trying to hold on to 4th. Hamilton trying to force his way in. This is brilliant racing here. And Lewis Hamilton has seen them all off. What a race we're watching here at Las Vegas. Meanwhile, back with us. And we are now being challenged by Max Verstappen for the race lead. And we're losing the race lead to Max Verstappen. Verstappen leads at the end of lap 10. But I have to reiterate, what a race we've got here. We had cars going side by side for an entire lap there. What happens in Vegas? Well, it's always magical in Vegas, isn't it? As now we try to get back after Max Verstappen, who's leading the way. And Lando Norris is going to be ruining the fact that he's lost a couple of places there. Not just that, but lost a significant amount of time, as we're now going back after Max Verstappen, round the outside of the Red Bull, braking later than the Red Bull, sweeping round the outside of the Red Bull, and we are now back in the lead of this Las Vegas Grand Prix. And we have a pit stop to make at the end of this lap, so we are boxing in, and I've nearly missed the pit lane. I was pushing so hard for the limit. Into the pits we go. Can we please have a nice drama-free pit stop? Oh, apparently that's way too much to ask for. We have a sticky left front, and Max Verstappen is back in front of us once again, meaning that all the effort we've gone to get past him, we've got to do again, and this is going to help him. He's got Esteban Ocon between himself and me, but Ocon's staying out of the way there. Oh, he's not staying out of the way, he's got a bit of DRS and he's actually getting past me. Esteban, can you not? Braking later than the Sauber, and we have actually got past him, so we're not going to lose too much time to Verstappen. I don't want to lose a second to him. It becomes difficult to catch up, and I feel like we do have a faster car here. I feel like we have a very good package, one that could bring us a win, but we've got to get past Verstappen, and we've got to get clear of DRS. Braking for the strip, here we go. Verstappen is tucked up behind Tsunoda, and he will not be appreciating the fact that Tsunoda has backed him up a couple of attempts. Here is Verstappen now going for Tsunoda, but look at the run we've got. Got a double slipstream here, and Verstappen's boxed in behind Tsunoda. He goes one side, but we go to the inside and see them both off, and we take the effective race lead on the Las Vegas Grand Prix back. That was a critical overtake. Meanwhile, Norris and Alonso, round 2 here on lap 13, and Lando Norris not interested in going side by side for the entire lap anymore, getting it done. And on lap 16, we have pulled out 2.5 seconds to Verstappen, so we are driving away from the Red Bull now, although we're kissing the barrier there. That's not going to help our race, but we are starting to build up a lead now, and as the more we can build that up, the better. Right, we're on board with Oliver Behrman, who's just been given a place for free at the hands of Fernando Alonso, who just momentarily forgot what brakes are. But now we're once again watching myself heading towards the Vegas Strip. We are pushing and pulling away from Verstappen. In fact, this camera angle will show you the gap. There's Verstappen in the background. We are pretty much a third of the straight ahead of him now. And this race, we're just pushing and pushing, and the performance has been there. And as we begin the last lap of this Las Vegas Grand Prix, it has been quite comfortable in the second half of the race. We've needed a race win for a good couple of races now. And as we head through the sphere, past the sphere, heading towards the strip for the last time, Verstappen is over 9 seconds behind. He is not getting anywhere near me. We were racing wheel to wheel for the first half of this race, but once we got clear in the second half, we got clear. We pulled out a gap to Max Verstappen, and as we blast down the strip for the final time, it's going to be a 5th win of the season for us, and race win number 11 of this career mode. Hopefully there'll be more to come before the end of the season and we can grab one more victory. But for now, here in Las Vegas, coming round the final section, we're going to go round the left kink here and take the win of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And we have definitely got one hand on that championship trophy now.
Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
And there we have it, victory in the Nevada deserts. Las Vegas has its victor, and what a performance.
Well, another race victory today. You could clearly see they're driving out there with very little pressure. You know they have the performance, they know they've got the car under them as well, and this has done no harm, of course, for their championship chances.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula
It's
1.
a fifth Grand Prix win of the season and a sixth win overall this season if you include the Austin Sprint. I'm happy to take that one. Verstappen second, 9.5 seconds behind. We've really thrashed our main rivals here. Russell gets third, Norris a great comeback up into P4 and in the end started 8th because of other grid penalties. Hamilton 5th. It's a brilliant P6 though for Kevin Magnussen. Really earned that result today. Well done to him. And then it's Piastri, Behrman, Gasly and Alonso rounding out the top 10. So some points for Oliver Behrman as well. But there's the championship standings now. Moving into the final 2 races. 38 and 42 points behind. This is it now. This is where we clinch it. I'm really feeling confident that in Qatar we can grab that championship. Russell is 4th in the standings, and as he is 70 points out, he is out. So everyone 4th downwards is now out of contention. And it is just anyone between myself, Norris or Verstappen that could take it. And it can all change in one race. If I have a DNF and one of them wins, suddenly that gap becomes a lot smaller. Well, thank you for watching this instalment of Career Mode. Don't forget to leave a like, hit subscribe if you're new and you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, I have been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care, and I'll see you all in the next upload. Enjoy the rest of your day.